So that's a large part of our time that we spend during discovery, is customizing our offering to each unique individual technology change that the customer's going through. We have a standard model and template, but each and every engagement is customized within that template. So we follow ADKAR, which is ProSci's standard practice for adoption and change management, and it's pretty standard in the industry. And so we do follow the framework of that, but I think what makes us unique is ADKAR was really built for operational change, which is most companies' internal change. When I took the certification class, I was able to sort of mold it to fit us in that we're taking care of other people's change. It works well, but for us, it's required that we customize. And so that's a large part of our time that we spend during discovery, is customizing our offering to each unique individual technology change that the customer's going through. There's lots of flavors and there's lots of options depending on what all a customer is interested in. It starts with a persona analysis workshop. We're spending time getting to understand the success factors for the organization. So for you, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, at the end of the day, what would make this project successful for you? And we ask that in our technical workshops as well as our ACM workshops, because they should be very different answers from different people based on the subject. And then we build out from there. We talk through their organization. Tell me a little bit about your end users. Tell me about how they learn. Tell me about how you communicate in this organization. And the whole time we're taking notes and we know we're just building our ACM plan on this. Then we step away and we spend 2 days with a select group of end users that we've asked the customer to give us. We've asked for a wide variety of end users, everybody from executive level to manufacturer, floor level, whatever. And we want people that they know are going to be resistant. We want people that they know are excited for the change, every variety we can get. And we have a standard set of questions that we use, and then we'll always throw in a couple custom ones that the customer wants to know about. And we find out just about these end users. Tell me how you use the technology you have today. How is it serving you? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Okay, what is it that you have to have in the new technology? So that we can start adjusting the trainings to fit the end user's needs. And then we go into, how do you get communicated to? Is it from your manager? Is it an email? Is it digital signage in your office? How is it that you get communicated to? How do you learn? Do you guys do self-help taught classes, live virtual trainings? What works best for you? And all of this flows into our ACM plan. And that's where the customization comes in. If we get any pushback from customers, it's a lot of times it's those interviews. They're like, why do you need to talk to my people? Every single time we come back with some nuggets where the executives are like, oh my gosh, brilliant. Like sometimes it's even as simple as, yeah, we gave everybody headsets when COVID hit, everybody's got headsets. We always ask that question. Most of them are like, oh, I never got one, or it broke, or I hate it, or it doesn't work. Like, there's always some bits of information that they didn't even know existed out there. And then we come back, we do a findings and recommendations. We tell them everything that we learned from the initial workshop, from all of our interviews. We make sure that there's no new information they want to give us in that meeting. It's still a living, breathing thing. Once we're done there, we've all agreed, we build the ACM plan from there. And then we present that as part of the high-level design with all of our technical requirements so the customer sees those things go together. And then we go into the deployment phase and putting all of that plan into action. Most of the people we interview turn into champions just naturally because we use that time to sort of sell the service, what we're doing. We get them excited about this technology change that's coming. We always ask our project team on their side some basic questions like, how do you want us to answer this, that, or the other? We know these things always get asked of us when we do these interviews, and we want you to be comfortable with how we answer for you. So you tell us the answer. So we always protect them, and I think that's a big thing for them to know that we're not going to leave them out and feeling like unprotected within their own org. And then we create champions out of these people because they're excited that it's coming. The number one thing we know about adoption and change management is if people are not communicated to and they feel that they are being caught unaware, that's where you lose your trust. That's where you lose your buy-in. That's where people aren't interested. and your resistance kicks in, and it's really hard to overcome that when people feel slighted. And so we start the communication plan immediately. And the first one has to come from an executive sponsor of like, all it is that, hey, we're doing this. You may not see it until Q2 of 2024, but we're doing this so that everybody understands. So then as we get closer and the comms start to be really relevant to them as a person, they're bought in, they knew it was coming, they knew the executive team bought into it, there's no surprises, and that's priceless.